Yeah, if you can do that, that'd be
Good evening and welcome. This is a regular meeting of the Princeton Planning Board on July 20th, 2023. Pursuant to Section 13 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of the time and place of this meeting has been given by prominently posting the resolution of regularly scheduled meetings of the Planning Board of Princeton for February 2023 through January 2024. A copy was filed with the Clerk of Princeton on January 17th, 2023. Legal notice on the adoption of said resolution was published in the January 13th, 2023 edition of the Princeton Packet. Notice of this meeting also has been posted to the municipal website, princetonnj.gov/calendar. Notice that all regular and special meetings of the Princeton Planning Board will be held electronically via Zoom, was transmitted to the Princeton Packet and the Times, and was filed with the Clerk of Princeton on Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. I'm going to stop there since the application on our agenda tonight is being postponed, so I don't need to go through the whole song and dance about public comment. Carrie, would you call the roll, please?
certainly. Ms. Capizzoli,
I'm here.
Mr. Chow,
Here.
Mr. Cohen, Mr. McGowan,
Here.
Mr. O'Donnell,
Here.
Mr. Quinn,
Here,
Ms. Sachs, Mr. Texarney, Mr. Taylor.
I saw his
You're
hand
muted.
go up. Jack, you're on mute.
Here.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Mr. Bodegheimer,
Here.
Mrs. Wilson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Great. Announcements. Justin?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening, board members, and members of the public, member of the public. Just the normal master plan update. We've now received draft elements of all of the plan elements, and the subcommittees have reviewed them. There are some major revisions that will happen based on subcommittee input, feedback from staff and others. So we're getting there, which is the good news. Additionally, we are still, we'll have an open house for the master plan similar to the first one. The date and location aren't determined yet. I know it'll be at the end of September. We just don't know when exactly and where, but I'll certainly follow up both via email and at our September planning board meetings. Before that though, my staff will be going out and having listening sessions in various areas of town. Those haven't been determined yet, but the point of that is really to go out and hear from some folks that might not have had a chance to comment yet. Bring the show to them basically, and have more of a one-on-one discussion. So those will occur between now and that open house. So I'll send an email out of what those events might be, and I hope each of you can join at one or two of them, or one. I look forward to doing that. And we're still, shooting to get this done before the end of this year, adopted at a planning board meeting, most likely in November.
Okay, great. The joint effort Safe Streets might present an opportunity starting August 4th or something like that. It's just a thought.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Do we have any subcommittee reports tonight? I don't think that we do. Okay. Then let's.
I guess I could just
do you
jump
have
in.
any-
The minor site plan committee would have met yesterday, but there was nothing to review, so they did not.
Okay. All right. No news is good news. Good. Okay, let's tackle the minutes. There are 4 sets of minutes on the agenda. I think that we are going to postpone the March 2nd minutes. Is that correct, Carrie? Those still have not gone to Jerry for a second review, have they?
That is correct.
Okay. So we're going to do February 2nd, February 16, and March 16. February 16 was a regular meeting. And these minutes were carried from our last meeting, this July 7th. Any questions or concerns about these minutes? And if not, would someone like to move them?
I'll move approval.
Thanks, Tim. Moved by Tim Quinn, seconded by Jack Taylor. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed or abstaining? Okay. February 16th, 2023, this too was a regular meeting. Any comments, edits, concerns?
I was
And if not-
absent.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, then you'll automatically be abstained by Carrie. Okay, would someone like to move
move
the
minutes.
February 16th move? Thank
I'll
you,
move.
Mr. O'Donnell, moved by Mr. O'Donnell, seconded by
I'll second.
Alvin McGowan. Thanks. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. And finally, the March 16th minutes. This was a regular meeting. Any comments or edits?
Madam
or-
Chair, apparently
Yes.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
Just say apparently I wasn't there, so just letting you know.
Well, you just can't move them then.
Well, I was there, so I moved to approve.
Thanks,
And-
Julie.
I will second.
Thank you, Tim. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. So we have on the agenda, this is being postponed, but I'm going to read it anyway into the record. RB Homes, Inc., preliminary and final major site plan at 375-377 Terhune Road. This is block 7401, lots 4.01 and 4.02, file number P 2323-309P. Mr. Muller, do you have anything to say about this, or Justin?
Yeah, I think probably Justin would be the better person. Apparently, things were identified after it was placed on the agenda, indicating that they needed to get variances. I think maybe they need to submit additional information, but Justin, why don't you jump in?
Yeah, so there are really two issues. One is stormwater. There are just some things that need to be worked out. It's not exactly the same as when this has happened relatively recently on two other cases. But that being said, we are looking to see what we can do to make sure, we don't have issues like this in the future, whether there's a legislative fix or a operational fix. But like I said, even though the couple of issues have all been stormwater related, they haven't been the exact same thing. And then on top of that, there were additional variances identified that were not noticed for. So that's why you're not taking jurisdiction tonight like you had in the past. This application will need to be renoticed, and most likely, based on our packed schedule, will need to occur at a special meeting. And we could discuss when that might be. It's contingent on some of the issues getting worked out. So hopefully that happens within the next month. I've spoken with the applicant, and they're hopeful that could happen and give our staff time to review it, and then maybe we could look in September. But as of now, there's no date that this will be at. It will be noticed in the future.
Okay. All right, then, we don't need, well, we're not taking jurisdiction, so we're not taking any action at all. Yep, I failed to mention under announcements, or just by way of reminder, our next meeting is September 7th. So it's some weeks away. And the first game of the U.S. Women's World Cup soccer team is played tonight. And if you're a Yankee fan, you definitely want to be watching either tennis or soccer these days.
It's tonight, not tomorrow night? It's tonight, not tomorrow night? Oh, the USA is
Tonight,
on tomorrow
tonight
night.
against Vietnam, I think we're playing tonight.
Okay.
That's what I have in my calendar. I'm not gonna
Oh, okay.
swear by
No.
it, because who knows, I could be wrong.
And for those wondering, the Mets have already lost today. So
Phil's lost too.
Goodness.
We didn't lose any ground, though. Still that third wild card.
Okay, so well, that does it for the agenda. In David's absence, would someone like to move adjournment?
I'll move.
I'll
Thank you.
second.
Thank you, Julie
All
and Tim. All in favor?
Aye.
I,
I think we might have set a record.
yeah,
But thank you, thanks all for for being willing to spend 15 minutes of your Thursday night for, some fairly minor things, but I did want to get these minutes done, at least most of them before September, and we'll have the March 2nd ones at that time. Okay?
okay.
Have a great August,
Thank you.
everyone.
Have a great August.
Yes.
everybody.
All right.
Happy summer,
Yeah.
stay cool.
Be safe.
Yes, bye-bye.
Thank you.